Who said bags couldn't be comfortable and stylish? Boom. So today we're gonna see how good a small, stylish little camera bag can be for a minimalistic setup with my Sony a7 IV and 20-40 Tamron. Let's get to it.
Having a minimalistic setup for on the go has been something I've been searching for. Using only my Sony a7 IV and my Tamron 20-40, now paired up with the Peak Design 3-liter bag, has made creating on the go a lot smoother.
So we got a Peak Design 3-liter kind of pouch bag that sometimes you just have to have something smaller for a setup that you just want to go walk around, not break your back, not break the bank, and be covered. So one of the things of why I wanted to get a little slinger kind of pouch like this is just mainly because whenever I'm out and about for just like a quick little shoot, if I want to bring a smaller setup, I'm able to bring my Sony a7 IV with my 20-40 by Tamron, or if I want to bring my Fuji, I can do that too. But that way I'm not breaking my back with my bags, because my camera bags that I have are very big, but this one is very nice and condensed. I can fit this and even like a GoPro or like my Insta360 Go 3. That way to make sure that I can capture some behind the scenes if I want to do more like POV style, if I ever get inspired to make that kind of video. Boom. See, with this little bad boy, you can just sit down, enjoy the views, take some photos, bam. And then if I'm done, let me go ahead and put this bad boy up. Just call it a day with it for now. And then, put it away. Don't want to have people see me. So, hang out, covered, all good. So by all means, this is not a review on the pouch or anything like that, nor is it sponsored by Peak Design, but it's something that I thought would be kind of cool to test out more, because a lot of people kind of stay more with the actual backpacks because they want to have as much things as possible to bring with them. But lately I've been thinking more in the minimalistic type of lifestyle when it comes down to creating content and having my gear just become smaller if I can. The best thing about this setup is just it fits inside the camera bag a lot easier, and I'm not having to worry about, having to bring my big backpacks, because then I start bringing more gear, because I go, well, I'm not just going to bring a backpack to only have this setup. I'm going to bring my Tamron 35-150. Maybe I'll bring another extra camera or something like that. So it just starts getting where the point, like you start adding too many options that you start almost affecting your creation. And for me, that's something that this bag is the main purpose of, and why this whole video is about it. It's just having a camera bag that helps you just condense down, have a minimalistic look, but also looks fashionable, where it's not just like maybe like a camera bag or not, but then you can bring this bad boy out, take your photos, put it back in, keep on moving. So one of the things is just like camera bags can be super big, super just expensive and everything. And for having a little bit of a slinger bag, this is like 90 bucks, which I think is more than perfectly fine, because it could be cheaper, I guess, but it looks like good quality build. And for me, that's one of the things is I want to have my camera gear be as safe as possible. It has good padding in there. And if I really want to put things kind of like apart, I can take it in there and section it, because I have like a little sectioner kind of thing to do, which is nice. I mean, to me, that's the great part about it. So lately, I don't know if it's just because I've been annoyed by gear to a certain degree of how much it can take up in space. I've been love shooting with my Fuji, but I do love shooting with my Sony, and I've been wanting to use it more. So for me, having a slinger bag like this, where I can just put this camera lens and body in one place without having to worry too much about what else I need to have with me, it kind of makes it a little bit clutch, because I'm able to just go out to create, whether if I want to bring with a microphone to be able to do some, vlogging and then some photos as I go, use my little GoPro or Insta360 Go 3 as my little kind of behind the scenes camera. It just kind of works pretty great. So that's something that I think, if you're looking for something minimalistic, this bad boy is for you. Not saying that it's going to be for everybody, but I think it's a really great thing to have. See, one of the reasons why I also wanted to get this bag is because I'm doing a trip soon enough to go to Toronto and New York City, and I'm going to bring my normal camera bag, but I also want to have something small and set up like this, so that if I want to go light and just out and about with the day, I can bring this with me, have this camera in there. I'm not too, drawn for attention with having a massive camera bag, because I do have to bring a bigger camera bag where I'm gonna bring all my other gear. But if I can condense it down and just bring this out, it just looks like I have like one of those little pouches that most people apparently nowadays are using. So I'm getting with the trends when it comes down to that. But also, you're not seeing it become so, obvious it is a camera bag unless you see my camera in my hand. So that's one of the options that I think is great, because in today's age, you don't want to bring too much attention to yourself. Even myself, I've been blocking off what kind of camera thing I have on my cameras, mainly because I don't want people to see that it says Sony or something and they go, oh, I can steal this and I can, sell it or do whatever, because I've had camera gear stolen from me before. Not something I want to have on repeat. So if I can have this with me where I can kind of keep it in my sight, if I want to have it out in front or from behind, I got my bases covered to have some gear with me. If I'm gonna go out and about and just take some street photos, especially if I wanna do those POV street photography videos, I can bring this lens setup, have my POV gear in here, set it up to me to go, and create some content always without having to overthink it. So why did I go with the Peak design over any of the other ones? Well, to be honest, I like the way that it looked, I like the price point, and also I've been using a lot of the Peak design with like the wrist straps, and I've seen how good they've become, so I wanted to give them a shot. I know my wife actually shoots with the Moment kind of slinger bag that she has, and it's really great for her Fuji line, but this one had the right size for me for when it came down to having my full frame camera. But if I want to have my Fuji X-E4 or anything like smaller, it'll still fit and I can fit a couple more things. But for me, it just made sense to go with this bag over the competitors or anything like that. Not mainly because I'm just such a fan of Peak design, but I just think it worked best for my budget and for what I was wanting within a camera bag like this. But all in all, I think this bag is going to be great. I'm going to do an updated review on it later on if anybody's interested in that. But I think so far it works. It does what I need it to. Has enough pockets for what I want. I can put, my ID or anything like that in here. I have something inside of it where it has a little pouch where I'm putting my Go 3 in there and any accessories that I want. I put my camera in there, and it just, if the shoe fits, just wear it. It works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you if you're interested in this bag. This is what it looks like on a size of me. I'm about 6'1"-ish. So if it works out like that, you can see what it looks like on you, because that was the main thing for me. I had to go see it in person to know if it was going to be a good size, because it can fit everybody differently. But this is how it looks on the front for me. Now, if I turn it to the back, a little modeling for you guys right there, the bag. Yeah, there we go. But other than that, it's a great camera bag. So I'm excited to put it to good use in Toronto and New York City and anywhere that I need to bring a smaller setup. So that's how it's going to be looking, minimalistic setup. I think it'll be great. What do you think about this bag? Are you going to be using maybe a slinger bag style like this, or are you more of a camera bag kind of person with the backpack style? For me, I've been trying to get more into this, but I do love my backpacks because it just feels like nice and secure. I can fit everything that I need to. But sometimes being a minimalistic kind of setup mindset is good for you, and it's good to learn to let go and not hoard things either. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Minimalistic setup, walking fast, cause this is fire. Do 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 do. Oh, I saw the curve thing. I was like, "Are you gonna run into it?" Like, oh no, the camera. And you're like, "What about me?" The camera's more important. Just kidding. It's not. It's not. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Don't run from the Lord. It's got pockets. Yeah.